The story begins with a man who never cared about approval. A man who built his reputation on saying exactly what he wanted, no matter who it offended. For years, he laughed at the idea of industry awards, mocked the very institutions that celebrated music legends, and made it clear that he didn't need validation from anyone. That man was Liam Gallagher. So when news broke that he was not only accepting induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but actually planning to attend, the world stopped and asked one question: what changed? For fans of Liam and the legendary band Oasis, this moment felt almost surreal. This is the same Liam who had publicly dismissed the Hall of Fame in the past, calling it irrelevant and even taking jabs at the artists associated with it. His rebellious nature has always been part of his identity, and his refusal to conform is exactly what made him such a powerful voice in rock music. He wasn't just a singer. He was an attitude, a symbol of defiance, a reminder that rock and roll doesn't follow rules. But now, suddenly, the narrative had shifted. It all started when Oasis was officially announced as one of the inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For many fans, this felt long overdue. The band's impact on music is undeniable. From the moment they burst onto the scene in the 1990s, they changed everything. Songs like Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, and Champagne Supernova didn't just dominate charts. They became anthem for an entire generation. Oasis wasn't just a band. It was a movement. Still, even with such a legacy, there was one big question hanging in the air. Would Liam show up? At first, no one really knew. His past comments made it seem unlikely. Fans were divided. Some believed he would stick to his principles and stay away. Others hoped that, just this once, he might put his opinions aside and embrace the moment. But what happened next surprised everyone. Liam began to respond to fans online, and his tone was different. Instead of sarcasm or criticism, there was gratitude. He thanked people for supporting Oasis and even acknowledged the significance of the honor. It was subtle, but it was enough to make people wonder if something deeper was going on behind the scenes. And then, the real reason came out. It wasn't a manager. It wasn't a publicist. It wasn't pressure from the industry. The person who convinced Liam Gallagher to attend one of the biggest nights in music was his mother. That revelation changed everything. Suddenly, this wasn't just a story about a rock star changing his mind. It became something more personal, more human. Despite all the fame, all the controversies, and all the larger-than-life moments, at the end of the day, Liam is still someone who listens to his family. And when his mother told him to stop being stubborn and appreciate the moment, it struck a chord. Think about that for a second. A man who has spent decades challenging authority, rejecting expectations, and doing things his own way, chose to listen to a simple piece of advice from the person who knows him best. There's something powerful in that. It also reveals a side of Liam that fans don't always get to see. Beneath the swagger, the attitude, and the headlines, there's a deeper layer, a sense of reflection, maybe even nostalgia. Because this moment isn't just about the present. It's about the journey. For Liam, being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is more than just an award. It's recognition of everything he and Oasis built from the ground up. It's a reminder of the early days when they were just a group of young musicians with big dreams and even bigger ambition. Back then, the idea of being part of rock history might have felt distant, almost impossible. And yet, here they are. What makes this moment even more interesting is the potential for something fans have been dreaming about for years: a reunion with his brother, Noel Gallagher. The relationship between Liam and Noel has been one of the most talked about rivalries in music history. Their arguments, public clashes, and long-standing feud have become almost as famous as their songs. But events like this have a way of bringing people together. There's no guarantee that the Hall of Fame ceremony will lead to a full reunion, but the possibility alone is enough to create excitement. Imagine the two brothers standing on the same stage again, even if just for one night. For fans, it would be a moment of pure nostalgia, a chance to relive the magic that made Oasis so special. Of course, not everyone is convinced by Liam's change of heart. Critics have been quick to point out the contradiction. How can someone who spent years criticizing the Hall of Fame suddenly embrace it? Is this a genuine shift in perspective, or just a convenient decision? But if you look closer, it might not be as contradictory as it seems. People change. Perspectives evolve. And sometimes, when you step back and look at the bigger picture, things that once felt meaningless can take on new importance. For Liam, This might be one of those moments. It's not about proving anyone wrong or right. It's about recognizing the significance of what he has achieved. And let's be honest, few artists have achieved what he has. Oasis didn't just create music. They created moments. They gave people songs that became part of their lives, soundtracks of memories that will never fade. Being recognized by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame isn't just about industry validation. It's about acknowledging that impact. As the ceremony approaches, anticipation continues to build. Fans are waiting to see what Liam will say, how he will react, and whether this moment will lead to something even bigger. Will he keep it light and humorous, as he often does? Or will we see a more reflective side of him, someone who understands just how important this moment really is? One thing is certain, this isn't just another award show. It's a turning point. It's a moment where past and present collide, where opinions are challenged, and where even the most outspoken voices can find themselves changing course. For Liam Gallagher, attending the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame isn't about giving in, it's about growing. And maybe, just maybe, it's about finally allowing himself to enjoy something he once refused to take seriously. As the lights dim, the crowd gathers, and the music begins, one of rock's most iconic figures will step into a moment he never thought he'd embrace. Not as a critic, not as a rebel rejecting the system, but as an artist being celebrated for everything he has given to the world. And in that moment, the story comes full circle. Because sometimes the biggest surprises don't come from changing the world. They come from changing your own mind.